tax reform to stimulate the economy. There could be a deal brewing in Washington, and it would be a very good thing for the American people. The House of Representatives, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, Camp from Michigan, issued a statement last week in which he said that he might link raising the federal debt limit to tax reform, revenue-neutral tax reform. Obviously, what the Republicans mean by tax reform is cutting spending, and what the Democrats mean is raising taxes. But there is a step in between, which is changing the tax code in a revenue-neutral way, which will make it possible for there to be more economic growth. And that really is what would be very desirable. And it may be that the House is going to initiate a proposal to the Senate not to cut spending. We've done that pretty thoroughly in the last few days, last few months with sequester and the other cuts, and Obama's never going to reform entitlements. And not to increase taxes, as the Democrats want, but instead to get rid of all of those deductions and loopholes and use the money to lower the tax rate. Right now, we collect about $1.2 trillion a year from the personal income tax. And yet there's $1 trillion that we leave on the table in the form of tax deductions and loopholes. About 100 million of that is the charitable deduction. A little more than 100 is the mortgage interest deduction, the state and local tax deduction, and then the various business tax advantages, accelerated depreciation, carried interest, all kinds of different stuff. So what Romney proposed during the presidential campaign was to eliminate those loopholes and then reduce the tax rate. And that still is a very positive proposal. You could actually cut the tax rates by about 40%. You could cut that 40% top rate, 39.6, down to about 24, 25, if you just eliminated the various deductions and loopholes. This could have an enormous effect in stimulating the economy. You know, nobody gets out of bed in the morning and says, oh, I'm going to go to work because I've got these tax deductions. But plenty of people would get out of bed in the morning and say, instead of keeping only 60% of what I make today, I'm going to keep 75% of what I make today. Be a tremendous incentive. The marginal tax rate would be a tremendous incentive to get up and go to work. So this could be a very interesting idea, and it could be one that both parties agree to. After the next election, we'll fight about entitlement reform, and we'll fight about Medicaid, and we'll fight against the efforts to raise taxes further. But now, can we all agree to leave taxes at the same level, but cast them in a way that stimulates the economy? That by itself will do more to reduce the budget deficit than anything else we can do. Remember that it was the tax incentives that stimulated growth, largely the cut in the capital gains tax, that helped us balance the budget in the 1990s under Clinton. Now we could do the same thing and really make this work. So stay tuned. I'll keep you posted on this stuff. Thanks a lot.